After 33 years of marriage, I'm happy and proud to say I love my wife. But my wife has fallen in love with goats. And that's where the problem began. It started with chickens. Now, chickens are simple. You give them food, you give them water, they make eggs, you make an omelet. Boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Goats are a different animal. Master of the obvious here. They're more difficult. You have to build a barn, you have to build a fence, and then there's the milking. A lot of work goes into the milking. Then there was Schmitty. Schmitty was born as a result of a difficult birth. Daisy gave birth to twins. One of the twins died. Thanks to Dr. Schmidt, a local veterinarian, thus the name Schmitty, Schmitty was born. But probably as a result of the difficult birth, Daisy decided she wanted to have nothing to do with Schmitty, because she would not let him nurse. Danielle was afraid that she might hurt him if he was going to stay in the same pen with her. So guess what? Schmitty was living in our house for the first 3 weeks. There was a dog crate next to our bed. Danielle would wake up a couple times, maybe every couple hours, give Schmitty a bottle. Schmitty is like a baby, but not a baby. He's bopping around the house, find little pellets here and there. House is starting to smell like goat. Now, we had an understanding. The understanding was you deal with goats, I don't deal with goats. And as a result of the fact that, she wasn't nursing Schmitty, Daisy had a lot of milk, and something had to be done with that milk. And Danielle, being one to not waste anything, started going into it full force. So she's making goat cheese, she's making chèvre, she's making halloumi. If you've ever had that, it's really delicious. She's making dulce de leche, she's making feta cheese. And then there's the whey, the byproduct. Can't waste a thing, so now she's making bread out of whey and soup out of whey and making whey caramel. And I'm feeling like the equilibrium in our house is starting to change, and I'm getting a little annoyed, and I'm getting kind of, she's out in the barn all the time. Morning, she's out milking. Night, she's out milking. She forages with the goats with them on a leash for a couple hours a day. And I'm jealous of the frickin' goats. I like spending time with my wife. Now, it was about this time that my mother said to me, "You're meshugging a wife. For this, she went to law school?" I say sei gesund, which in Yiddish means, well, there's never a good translation in Yiddish for English, but in Yiddish it means to your health, but I really think it means better you than me. So this was sort of my mental landscape when on a gorgeous April, I think it was April, but spring afternoon, I'm at work, sends me a text saying, "Can you just stop at Amherst Farmer Supply and pick up something for me for the goats?" I wasn't crazy about it. I just wanted to get home, go for a bike ride. It was a gorgeous day. I said, sure, fine, I'll go. I go to Amherst Farmer Supply, get there, the place is packed. And I'm looking around, and it's mostly women and their daughters. I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then I'm hearing these peeps. It turns out it's chick day. Everybody's there to pick up the chicks for their chickens, their grown chickens. And I just want to get out of there. So I'm waiting. I finally get to the clerk, and I say, "I'm not here to pick up chicks. I'm only looking for some nipples." Thank God, I don't think anybody really heard me except the clerk. He says, "Sure, follow me." And it's like, who would have thunk that that's a thing, goat nipples? It is. So anyway, I drive home, get on my bike, go for a bike ride. And as I'm biking, I'm saying to myself, it's not so bad. I mean, the goat cheese is amazing. The dulce de leche is out of this world. And I'm kind of starting to like the goats. I started incorporating that into my life. I start painting goats. I start making goat T-shirts and goat, little labels for Danielle's goat products. And I'm thinking, you know what? That Schmitty was sort of my gateway drug to liking goats. Just like chickens were the gateway drugs for goats. So I now like chickens, and I still love my wife. And that was going to be the end of the story until yesterday. I go into our bedroom, and I see Danielle sitting by the window with her finger out, and on her finger is some cake at the end of it, and there's a wasp on her finger. And I say, "What's that?" She says, "Oh, I'm just feeding my wasp." Oi. Thank you.